Have you always wanted to take your skill to the marketplace but aren't sure how to start? Many, many years ago, I took a leap of faith, quit my job, and started consulting physicians. I had 2 years within a big, large practice, took what I learned and mastered there, yes, in just a short amount of time, 2 years, and I went and took it to the marketplace. Lucky for me, my employer decided he would be my first client. After that client, I went on to ask his competitor if he too would like my services, and he also agreed. This snowballed into them recommending me to other colleagues, and before I knew it, I had a wonderful little healthcare company. In fact, it grew so much that I was able to hire friends and family, as well as even church members who needed work. And it was very satisfying. And I had no idea what was going to come of me walking off that job. I just knew that I had something inside of me that I wanted to share with others. And I was just dying to get outside the walls of an office. I know many people today work remote, and so they're not in a corporate office. But if I had to sit in a corporate office 9 to 5, I'd probably go a little mad. I love to be creative, and I also love to connect with people. So a cubicle wouldn't have been my jam. Today, I still have my company, and it's been 15 years, and I'm proud to say that it's evolved into many things. See, we started as a marketing company, evolved into consulting, and then moved into staff development. It was such a no-brainer to move into consulting and staff development because everywhere I went, someone needed help. In fact, either they were struggling with something so simple within their practice, or they were short of staff, and I just happened to be really great at connecting people. Not only that, but I am really great at finding folks, the qualified people that you need. I am really great at finding those people. Not really sure how I fell into that other than someone said I needed help, and there I was offering the help. Sure enough, I ended up loving it just because it's so fun to connect with new people and to offer them an opportunity to change their life. Well, hey, who wouldn't want to change someone's life? Well, today we are finding ourselves in the wildest employment market. According to some reports, they're saying that there are tons of jobs out there. And then there are other reports that are saying there are massive layoffs happening. Sometimes I'm not really sure who's telling the truth or whether or not they have their facts straight. But what I do know is that within healthcare, there has been a mass reduction of staff within the administration realm. Sure, we need a lot of nurses and medical assistants and CNAs, but when it comes to leadership or the billing department, credentialing, a revenue cycle, those departments seem to keep shrinking. Now, one would say, why? Why are they shrinking? I mean, they still need those departments to run the organization. However, we know that it's easy to outsource this type of service overseas, making it harder for these folks to keep their jobs. If you're a leader within any of these departments, credentialing, contracting, billing, revenue cycle, administration, operations, compliance, you're still in luck. Although you may not have a typical 9 to 5, right now more than ever, these organizations are hiring consultants. Although it might save them some money to lay off staff, they are still going to be in need of folks that come in to offer solutions and transformations. And that's you. So if you've ever considered consulting, this is actually a really great time to do so. One of the things that's happening in the job market today is that over 50% of the market, labor market, is going to be, actually, I would call it the workforce, is going to be freelance by 2027. More than 50% I believe that they're saying that we're already at that 50% mark today. That's pretty amazing when you think about it. Well, not everyone's born to be a business owner, but now you can be self-employed, work from the comfort of your home, and you have the ability to reach so many more people. Before, you were subject to a location or a territory near your home. Maybe you needed to be near your kid's school for easy access in case something happened. But now you get to sit from home, work remote, offer your business, and offer it to anyone who needs it. Yep. Pretty amazing. Now we have experts who have worked in careers for 10, 20, 30 years, even people like me that just worked a couple years in a specific area and ran with it, are now taking their careers into their own hands by starting their very own consulting business. Now, if you're wondering what's the difference between a 1099, a contractor, a consultant, a coach, all of these terms you hear a lot all over the internet, and they can often be confusing. Like, if I leave my job today, am I going to consult? Am I going to coach? Am I just considered a contractor and I'm going to do exactly what I was doing as a W-2? What exactly is going to happen? And also, how should I position myself when I'm in search of these opportunities? There's a few things to consider. When it comes to consulting, usually you go in and evaluate a situation within the organization, something that's not working. As you evaluate it, you then make your recommendations on how to correct it. Again, you're the person that they hire for the big transformation. When you've analyzed everything that you've had to analyze and you've determined what needs to be fixed or what needs to take place, then you offer your solutions, your findings, and your recommendations. This is often what a consultant does. To go further, as a consultant, to dive deeper into consulting, you often can offer to do the actual correcting yourself, or you are just simply delegating and watching over the project. Now, there are all kinds of different ways to consult. Now, let's look at the difference between consulting and coaching. When it comes to coaching, you're really more of a cheerleader, someone that comes in and inspires. Sometimes you could be a nurse coach, so you're coaching other nurses. Sometimes you're a motivational coach, so you go in and motivate people. So there are different types of coaches, but a coach is very different from a consultant. Now, what I'm doing here by offering you this information, it's almost like I'm coaching you, telling you exactly what opportunities are in front of you, and then cheering you on so that you can run off with the information and do as you wish. Now, contractor. What does a contractor mean? Well, this is very common within healthcare, within IT, within defense. You get a contractor's contract to work for an organization. So you're contracted to work for them for a certain amount of time. An example would be IT. I think that's pretty simple. If you're coming in as a project manager, you're going to be contracted just for the time that it takes to create the project and complete it. If you're a nurse who's contracted, you're often contracted as a travel nurse or a temporary worker. Those are all contracts. Now, when it comes to 1099, it's very similar, except for a 1099 candidate, or I'm saying candidate because I own a staffing firm, so everyone's a candidate. But A 1099 would be just the way that you're paid. So a consultant can be 1099, a contractor can be 1099. However, you need to check your labor laws in each state in order to make sure that you truly fall under a 1099 status before actually accepting that position. Or before you offer somebody a 1099 position, you want to make sure that you know the rules and regulations for your state. So whichever you decide that is a good fit for you, I want you to know that while these times are scary and very uncertain, there are always ways for you to get ahead, to stay above the water, and that is truly taking what you know and monetizing it. Finding a way to offer it to the people that need it the most. So I just want to encourage you to keep your head up. Don't worry about those layoffs. Don't worry about the cutbacks and the mergers and all of the things that happen, especially to us midlifers. We often find ourselves devoted to an organization only to find that we're no longer needed after a decade of commitment and service. So I hope that this video helped you in deciding and determining who you are and what you can offer if in fact you were to be laid off or cut from your job. Perhaps you're not worried about that and you're more inspired to go jump out of that 9-to-5 and start your own consulting firm, agency, whatever you want to call it. You don't need a title for it. So if you are ready to make the leap, I just want to let you know that I do offer resources for both career development and for those that want to start a business. I know that I've at times needed both. So I'm here for you. Let me know in the comments what you think, where you're headed, what you're doing, what you're inspired to do, and best of luck during these times. And not to worry, you got this. You are an expert. You have the skills. Now go show them off. Thanks again for watching. Oh, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, share, and comment. I always forget to say that. Thank you again for watching. Bye.